Hey everyone, welcome to Straddle Pose or wide-legged V pose. For this posture, you may want to have your pillow bolster and two towel blocks for this one. So there's going to be several variations. We're going to go through the first one. The first couple are going to include being seated on the ground. So with any seated posture, we want to make sure that we're on the front edge of our sit bones. So what that means is if you just sit cross-legged, you can tuck your tailbone under, and then you can roll your hips forward. And you should feel those two bones directly on the ground, and we call those your sit bones. So we want to be on the front edge of those sit bones, okay? So we're going to go towards the wall with our back up against the wall like so, and we're going to move our glute muscle, pulling the glute muscle back. Allows you to roll onto the front of your sit bones a little bit easier, so we're going to do that on each side. And then we're able to sit up nice and tall against the wall. If it doesn't feel that good to have straight legs, you can totally bend your leg and put a towel underneath, like so. As the time goes on within this pose, you may be able to undo and lower your leg by unrolling your towel block little by little. Okay, so those are some modifications to sitting up against the wall. And we also want our toes to be, when you're looking at it, to be pointing towards the ceiling. We don't want our leg to roll out the outside or the inside with this pose, okay? You can also have your hands on your thighs or your shins. If we don't have a wall, same thing. We just want to make sure our glutes are taken care of and we're on the front edge of the sit bones. You can create your own wall, so to speak, by placing your hands behind you, creating a second spine. So then we can relax. Collarbones are up and proud. Shoulders rolled down and back. This is an option right here. You can also have your hands, again, on your shins or on your thighs or even on the floor in front of you. You can walk your chest towards the floor. But if we're bending at all forward, we want to make sure we're bending from the hip, that we're not rounding forward like so. This is a major no-no. We want a nice straight spine as we begin to fold forward. Which brings me to, oh, and you can also have bent legs here too as well. It's totally acceptable. We can use our pillow bolster by hugging it like so. And then again, bending at the hips, and we can rest onto our bolster like so. So it can actually be quite comfortable. Another variation, and the last one for this pose, is to be with your legs up and against the wall. So to enter legs up the wall of any kind, I like to scoot my bum towards the wall first, and then lay down on my side. And as I roll onto my back, I'm swinging my feet up towards the wall. From here, you can then scoot closer to the wall and then bring your legs out into a V. Now, because we don't want to just hang out here, for several minutes, we want to protect our joints. And this is where we can bring our bolster or a block right in there so that it protects and gives support to our legs. Now, this would not be ideal because look, I have all this movement here in my knee. It's not supported on a wall. We work kind of with what we have, and you can have your hands on your belly or your hands open out to the side, palms facing up, either way. When you're ready to exit from the wall, you then squeeze your legs together, go into a fetal position, and using your top hand, you can push yourself up back into a seated pose. There you go.